Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining in. I hope you guys are having a good weekend. The weather's been really super nice here where I'm at, so so I've been getting out and trying to enjoy it. I'm a little bit late getting my video out about today's game, just because I was up late last night watching the UFC fights, which were awesome, with some friends of mine. So I got home really late, so decided to crash in a little bit this morning. But anyway, I want to talk about the Jets game today. Today the Jets play the Dallas Cowboys at MetLife Stadium. um, Let me see. The Jets have. I know Braylon Allen is out for an extended length of time. He got really hurt last week's game. Jermaine Johnson is still out. I think he's kind of like day to day. Braylon Allen's going to be a big loss, because he's really a force out of the backfield. So now maybe the Jets will be forced to run Brees Hall a little bit more than one play and then sit him down for three plays, which I can't understand why they do. They seem to do it every game. He'll cut a run for 10, 12 yards, and they sit him down for three plays. I don't understand why they're not running him more, utilizing him more out of the backfield. I just don't understand it. But maybe they'll be forced to do it now that Brandon Allen's out for a while. So we'll see what happens with that. As far as the Cowboys go, they had a really wicked game last week. They tied 40-40 against the Packers. I watched the whole game, and usually I fall asleep when those late night games come on because they're not that good. But that game was really awesome. No defenses at all. I think, as a matter of fact, the Cowboys' defense is probably one of the worst in the NFL. It's right down there with the Jets' defense. I think the difference in this game is going to be that the Cowboys can score points and the Jets can't. Both defenses, as I say, are not good. But the Jets just can't score points. They score points at the end of the game when it's garbage time. Justin Fields will throw his token touchdown for the game when there's 2 minutes left in it and the game is already decided. I got a feeling that's probably going to be what happens again today. I could see the Jets maybe moving the ball a little bit on the Cowboys defense, but I just don't. Justin Fields is just not a passer, and they're going to need to pass the ball. They can't just run the ball 100 times a game and just. The way this team is built, as we all as Jets fans know this, is they have to run the ball. They have to control the clock, control the game. And when they put together these drives that are 17 play, 8-minute drives, they can't end up with a field goal. They can't end up fumbling the ball at the goal line. They have to get touchdowns on. This is how you win the game with the way the Jets are structured. You can't put together these long drives and end up getting a field goal and then let the other team, the opponent, march down the field in 3 plays and get a touchdown. You're just going to be behind. And we know this too as a fact that the Jets, if they get behind, I can honestly say if they get behind 14 points in a third, fourth quarter, I don't think they can even catch up then. They're just not built that way. They're not a catch-up team. They're not going to put up a ton of points. They just are not going to. And pretty soon, not pretty soon, but one of these days, I hope they realize that, Justin Fields, although he's probably a hell of a nice kid, and he would be better as a flanker, or he would be better as a slot receiver, not a quarterback. Our most exciting plays as Jet fans are when Justin Fields runs for his life and runs for 20 yards or 30 yards or a touchdown. That's our excitement. Him scrambling for his life, and now nobody can catch him because all the defenders are watching receivers, and so he scrambles for 20 or 30 yards. He leads the team in rushing. He scores touchdowns because he scrambles. This is our excitement. There's no sustained drives. There's no passing, coming back, winning. We all remember that stat they showed a couple of weeks ago. The Jets were 144-1 going into the fourth quarter, down by 17 points. I know 17 points is a lot of points, but in other words, they'll never come back. And I'm sure if you want to find out how many times the Jets have come back being down by 13 or 14 points in the fourth quarter, the number's probably the same. It's probably very close to the same. So they have to run the ball, control the clock, control the game, and score touchdowns on these long drives. They can't make any mistakes on offense. Now let's go on to the defense. It's absolutely horrendous. It's absolutely terrible. Dak Prescott today, I hope I'm wrong. First of all, I want to say that I hope everything that I say about the Jets and their games coming, I want to be wrong. Nothing makes me happier to go on Monday morning and say, man, I was wrong. Man, Jets look good and kick their asses. It just doesn't happen, and I don't think it's going to happen today either. Dak Prescott is playing pretty good ball. If his defense was a top 5 defense, Cowboys might be undefeated. He's playing good ball, Dak Prescott. And I'm not a big fan of him. I think they overpaid him when they kept him on, but he's playing pretty good ball right now. So he's going to pick the Jets secondary apart. He just is. And then that's going to open up the run game. And I just got a feeling it's just going to be a long, long game. This reminds me of, like, if any of you guys have ever watched that one Rocky movie where Mr. T, he plays Clubber Lang, and he's getting ready to fight Rocky. And one of the sports guys, the sportscaster interviewing him, says, "Well, what's your prediction for the fight?" And he looks at the camera and goes, "Pain." That's what's going to be today for Jet fans, pain. Because I could see the Cowboys hanging a 40 burger on them, maybe even more if they don't take their foot off the gas. I don't think the Jets can get anywhere near that. They may score 17, maybe 20 points. I'm just taking a wild guess here. And I'll tell you right now, even when I say in my videos that the Jets will maybe score 21 today, 17, I'm really pushing it. I'm really pushing it when I say that, because they normally don't. And if they do get to that number, it's in the fourth quarter when the game's already decided. They're already out of it, and they're just getting garbage yardage and garbage scores. That's what happens. So with all the with just the way they are, the defense is absolutely horrendous. They're not going to stop Dak Prescott from passing the ball. He's going to have a field day today. Justin Fields can't pass the ball. He's just not that good. And now Braylon Allen out is, I think, is going to be a big. It's a big loss, because now you have to really focus Brees, which I don't think is a bad thing, but he does need to sit out once in a while. There are certain circumstances when Allen's a better guy to have in there, and now we don't have him in there. So I just don't think this is going to be a good game for the Jets. They're going to go 0-5, and if I'm not mistaken, I saw on a show I was watching the other day, I think somebody said that no Jet coach has ever gone 0-5 to start the season. I don't know if that's right or not. I think there probably been more than one of them to do it, but it could be a fact. So to watch Aaron Glenn go 0-5 today, and this would be the first time, they say, a Jet coach has ever gone 0-5. Man, we're already planning on the draft. We're already, I already see people talking about just lose and get the number one pick and see who's coming out of the draft. It's terrible that we are in October, only the first weekend of October, and we're already talking. There's people already talking about the draft. Fire this guy, fire that guy. I just got news for you, Jet fans. Don't think for one second they're going to fire Aaron Glenn. He's going to be here this year and next year at least. Because I don't want to see anybody lose their job like this, but you can't base the guy's coaching career on 4 or 5 or 6 games, but he really does have to do something, because the penalties on this team just shows us that they're the same Jets as before. They're just undisciplined. They seem to be unprepared for every game. They look like they don't even practice for games. They come out there and they get pre-snap penalties like they're free. And if they're not pre-snap penalties, the defense is killing us with holding and pass interference. And granted, I didn't like a lot of the calls the refs made last week. I think some of them were a little bit questionable. That one pass interference on Garrett Wilson pushing off, that was bullshit. And there was a couple other ones that I was just thinking, man, these calls just suck. But at the end of the day, the Jets lost. They have chances in the beginning to do things, and they don't. So until I start seeing the penalties corrected, the mistakes corrected. And by the way, they got rid of that idiot that decided to fumble the third quarter, the start of the second half kickoff last week, and he decided to take a fair catch at the 2-yard line. He's got to go. I mean, little kids don't make that mistake, so good. I'm glad to see that Aaron Glenn is at least holding guys accountable. So at least get rid of them. I don't care who catches the ball back there. You can't do that. So good for that. Good move there. I want to see more of it. I would like to see him sit guys down who keep making mistakes and penalties that are costing this team sometimes the game, if not at least being in it. But today, I don't know. We got to see what we see if they're a little bit more disciplined, if they cut down the penalties. But either way, I think today they could play a perfect game penalty-wise, mistake-wise. I still think Dak and the Cowboys are just gonna pick them apart today. So if I had to give you a score, I don't know. I think the Cowboys maybe 42, 41, maybe Jets 17, 14, somewhere in that area. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't see this ending up well. So try to enjoy the game as much as you can. I'll probably watch the game today, and I'll probably catch the Yankees game at 4 o'clock. Maybe I might go out and ride my motorcycle around a little bit before that. But the Yankees got absolutely fucking humiliated yesterday. They were just destroyed again uh, by Toronto. So I won't even. I was gonna make a video about that, but why? I figure I'm already making one negative video. I don't want to make two. We'll see how the Yanks do, and maybe I'll make another video about them tomorrow. But either way, listen, enjoy the games if you do watch them. If it's nice out where you are, go out, do something. Don't waste a good day watching the Jets because they're going to get pummeled today. So anyway, have a good day. I'll make a video tomorrow. We'll talk about the games and have a good day, everybody.